What is up, baseball fans? Babe Ruth hit a baseball 575 feet with a dead ball. Mickey Mantle's homer traveled so far it landed 2 city blocks away. And Nomar Mazara, he set a Statcast record that still stands today. We're counting down the top 10 longest home runs in MLB history. Absolute moonshots that had fans sitting there with their jaws on the floor. From modern Statcast tracking to legendary blasts from the 1920s, these are the most insane bombs ever hit. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive into baseball's most legendary power display. Let's start with the modern era where we have exact measurements thanks to technology. At number 5, we've got Aaron Judge with 2 monster blasts from his legendary rookie season.
There it goes, deep to left.
On the 11th of June 2017, Judge hit a 495-foot bomb against the Orioles. This was his 20th homer of the season, and fans knew they were watching something special. Then on the 30th of September 2017, Judge launched his longest career home run, 496 feet against Marcus Stroman and the Blue Jays. This was home run number 52 of the season, and it was also his 33rd homer at Yankee Stadium that year, breaking Babe Ruth's franchise record from 1921. Aaron Judge as a rookie broke a record that the Babe held for almost 100 years. Absolutely insane. Also, at 496 feet, we've got Miguel Sano. On the 7th of September 2019, Sano hit a 3-run homer that reached the 3rd deck at Target Field in Minnesota. This blast made him the 5th Twins player that season to reach 30 homers, which was an MLB record at the time. The ball traveled 496 feet with an exit velocity of 113.6 miles per h-hour. When you hit it to the 3rd deck, you absolutely crushed it. This remains one of the longest home runs ever hit at Target Field. Number 4 belongs to Giancarlo Stanton. In 2016, when he was still with the Miami Marlins, Stanton hit a 504-foot bomb at Coors Field. What makes this even more ridiculous is that it had a launch angle of only 18 degrees. Most home runs launch at 25 to 30 degrees, but Stanton hit this one on a line drive and it still went 504 feet. The exit velocity was 115.8 miles per h-hour. That is insane. Stanton is one of the most feared power hitters in baseball, and when he connects, balls just disappear. Tied with Stanton is Cron. In 2022, Cron was playing for the Colorado Rockies when he crushed a 504-foot homer at Coors Field. This is the longest home run ever hit by a Rockies player in team history, and it shares the record for the longest homer at Coors Field in the Statcast era. The ball was hit in the rain, and it nearly hit a car that was mounted high up in the stadium. It landed fair along the left field foul line, and Rockies fans went absolutely nuts. And the number 1 longest home run in the Statcast era belongs to Nomar Mazara. On the 21st of June 2019, Mazara was playing for the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Park. He crushed a 94.7 mile per h-hour fastball from Ronaldo Lopez and sent it deep into the upper deck in right field. Ranger shortstop Elvis Andrus was on first base when it happened, and he said after the game, quote, "That was a bomb, a complete bomb. I think it was more than 505 feet, it was more like 600 feet. Since Statcast started tracking in 2015, this is the longest officially measured home run, 505 feet. It is the record, and what makes it even crazier is that Mazara never really lived up to his potential as a player. He was released by the Detroit Tigers in 2021, but he'll forever hold the Statcast record. Now let's go back in time to the legendary blast before we had perfect technology. These measurements aren't as exact, but these home runs are legendary. At number 5, we've got Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. The 1971 All-Star Game at Tiger Stadium in Detroit, in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Jackson came up as a pinch hitter and destroyed a pitch from Hall of Fame pitcher Doc Ellis. The ball flew so high and so far that it hit the light tower on top of the roof at Tiger Stadium. The official estimate is 520 feet, but some people think it would have gone 600 feet if the light tower hadn't been in the way. Tigers broadcaster Ernie Harwell said it was the hardest hit ball he'd ever seen in his life. Fellow slugger Frank Howard, who was known for his own monster home runs, said, "I think it would have gone 600 feet. He crushed it." Even Jackson himself was in awe. He said, "This would have to be the longest one I've ever hit." Number 4 is Adam Dunn, also known as Big Donkey. In 2004, Dunn was playing for the Cincinnati Reds when he hit a mammoth 535-foot home run at Great American Ballpark. Dunn was the king of the 3 true outcomes: home run, walk, or strikeout. That season, he hit 46 homers and struck out 195 times. He didn't care about anything except swinging for the fences, and this 535-foot bomb proves it. Since Statcast started in 2015, we haven't seen anything close to 535 feet. That tells you just how special this home run was. We've got the most famous tape measure home run in baseball history, Mickey Mantle. The 17th of April, 1953, Griffith Stadium in Washington. Mantle was only 21 years old. He crushed a pitch from Chuck Stobbs that hit a beer sign 60 feet above the outfield wall, then flew out of the stadium, crossed 5th Street, and landed in someone's backyard several blocks away. Yankees publicist Red Patterson ran out of the stadium to find the ball. He met a 10-year-old boy named Donald Dunaway who showed him where the ball landed. Patterson paced off the distance and came up with 565 feet. This home run created the term tape measure home run, even though no actual tape measure was used. Now, here's the thing. Physicists have since calculated that it probably went closer to 505 to 510 feet, not 565. But either way, this is one of the most iconic home runs in baseball history. Mantle hit 536 career home runs, and many of them were absolute moonshots. But the 565-footer at Griffith Stadium is his most legendary. And Mickey Mantle shows up again at number 2. On the 10th of September 1960, Mantle was playing at Briggs Stadium in Detroit, later renamed Tiger Stadium. He hit a ball that flew out of the stadium and landed at a lumberyard across the street. For 25 years, nobody knew exactly how far it went. But in 1985, a researcher named Dr. Paul Sussman tracked down an employee at the lumberyard who remembered exactly where the ball landed. It came out to 643 feet. This home run is in the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest home run in a major league game to be measured after the fact. It is the longest home run where we have proof of the distance. Mickey Mantle was an absolute freak of nature. His combination of power and speed was unmatched. And finally, at number 1, we've got the Sultan of Swat himself, Babe Ruth, 575 feet. On the 18th of July, 1921, Babe Ruth hit what is widely considered the longest home run in MLB history. It happened at Navin Field in Detroit, which later became Tiger Stadium. Ruth was 26 years old and in the prime of his career. The ball flew so far that it cleared the outfield wall, went over the street, and kept going. Nobody had ever seen anything like it. What makes this even more incredible is that this was with a dead ball. The baseballs in 1921 weren't as lively as today's balls, which means Ruth hit this thing 575 feet with basically a rock. Babe Ruth changed baseball forever, which was a record for nearly 40 years. And this 575-foot monster is the longest in the record books, the Babe. The go to power hitting. All right, there you have it. The top 10 longest home runs in MLB history, from Nomar Mazara's 505-foot Statcast record all the way to Babe Ruth's legendary 575-foot blast in 1921. Let me do a quick recap. In the Statcast era, Nomar Mazara holds the record at 505 feet. Before Statcast, Babe Ruth's 575-footer is considered the longest ever, and Mickey Mantle shows up twice in the top 3 with his 565-foot blast and his Guinness World Record 643-footer. Drop a comment below and tell me which home run is the most insane, and if you think I missed any, let me know. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more baseball content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go baseball!